That's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Warriors ahead. They lead by 5. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead.
Well, I think for the Warriors, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Warriors.
They've had the hot hand from deep.
And that concludes halftime.
And after a fair... Now for Portland. Ayton comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Simons in for Shaedon Sharpe. Golden State also making some changes. MP's checked in for Hield. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Stephen Curry. Richard, we know how hard the game is to play. But I think we also know how hard the game is to officiate.
I agree, Kevin. I think the one thing about basketball is that it's constant movement. There are plays happening all around the referees. It's not like football where every 45 seconds you run another play. In 45 seconds, you could have had a different 5 or 6 possessions. That puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the referees.
You've got Anthony Simon. Bob Williams is out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Henderson in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Schroeder dishes to MP. Outside, Green. Shot clock at 6. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Henderson finds Avdia, and stolen by Thomas. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. MP with great work on the offensive glass.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard, their apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
Wiggins passes to Schroeder. Green with a screen for Schroeder. MP inside. Covered by Simons. And the basket by MP.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Avdia. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And it's 8 points for Denny Avdia.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Thomas with it, and Simons picks him up defensively. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Grant, he's checked in for Portland. The Warriors also with a sub. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Draymond Green. 20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Simons. From past the arc. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Get there. The ball's moving. Looks more like us, all right? Good to great. We're getting some decent ones. Let's get some great shots now.
Well, preaching how important it is, Greg, to take quality shots.
I mean, he doesn't want to settle for average shots. He wants his team to get in the habit of taking great shots.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Anderson is out there with Kuminga. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's MP. And it's Looney in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. MP kicks it over to Schroeder. There's a screen. Clock at 6. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Warriors lead by 12.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Rupert. Simon's on the wing. Here's Rupert. There's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Rupert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now, here's Looney. And here is MP. The kick out to Anderson. MP right side. Here's Schroeder. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Out to the wing. Inside.
And I love the footwork Ayton possesses. It's what makes him so dangerous close to the rim.
And what's your take, guys? So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. We'll see you later. MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
First game in the pros. I'm sure your phone is blowing up.
You know, I haven't had a chance to look at my phone yet.
Well, when you do, there'll be texts from every person you've ever met and a few people you haven't. Most notably, there will be press looking for quotes.
They can hit me up on text, too?
They do. And you want to handle this like you would any regular press conference. You want no comment?
Makes sense.
Look, emotions run high when a game has just ended, okay? All I'm asking is that you take a moment to think before you respond.
Just caught MP's first game. What a debut. Just like his first album going.
All right. You got your feet wet. Now the real work starts.
Whatever it takes, Coach. You know I'm game.
Look, everyone thinks what happens out there is what creates an NBA legend, but they're wrong. 90% of the work happens here, behind the scenes, at practice, in the gym, at film sessions, and in the locker room.
I agree. The games are where you prove that you've been putting in the... Coach, that was great. That was really helpful.
Which reminds me, we've talked a lot about maximizing your playing career, which is critical. But you need to remember, you become the best version of you so we can become the best version of us.
Coach, you have to put that on a t-shirt.
I am serious, MP.
I'm serious, too. You become
This is a team game.
MP got the job done tonight, as usual.
We are at 40.
Let's go, baby. I'm him.
No excuses tonight, because I know you didn't go out last night.
MP, you're about to go off.
Up next, the Jazz taking on the Warriors. For the Utah Jazz, a loss in their opening game. They're laser focused now on winning that first one tonight. Warriors, Jazz, only on 2K Sports. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And here's what the Utah Jazz schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll go up against Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings.
And for that game against the Spurs, it's a good checkpoint to see how they fare. It's the 5th contest on the year for them. And
early in the season, there are still so many unknowns, Graham.
You're right. You learn a little about each team in the preseason. But once the games count, things really start coming into focus.
Well, if you've followed MP on his path to the NBA, you know the one criticism of his game is that he can defer too often, Graham.
And at times, I think that's been a fair criticism. But you'd rather have MP trying to involve his teammates too much than not at all. People had the same complaint about LeBron early in his career, and that worked out fine.
Boy, you love to see the unselfishness of MP at this early stage. Pretty pass.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. Kuminga against Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three sends it home from three-point land.
Boy, outstanding pass and execution. They'd love to see Clarkson do that on a consistent basis.
The baseline J is on the way. No good, off the front rim.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
To the inside. Collins, no good.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And Thomas gets it to go on the assist from Schroeder. MP's got his second basket on the night.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
And so it's the Utah Jazz closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. We'll be back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. Brandon Podziemski out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's MP in at the 3 slot. Warriors trail by 7. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. Well, for the Warriors this summer, there was disappointment seeing their longtime trio broken up with the departure of Klay Thompson. But many around the league felt like with the additions they've made, this team is actually upgraded. So, guys, we'll see how they hold up in this crowded Western Conference. Do Steph Curry and Draymond Green have enough?
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report.
Oh, my. Powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
And here's Sexton. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Pass to Sensabaugh. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Thomas, a screen on Sexton. Schroeder passes to MP. Outside Kuminga. From downtown. On target from range. Kuminga's got 5.
Yes, selfless stuff on that dish from MP.
Clarkson, right side. Filipowski. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Doris, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform?
I'm not going greatest player, B.A. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone, pick-and-roll play, were poetry in motion.
Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Markkanen comes in for Sexton. Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Podziemski. Markkanen from long range. He can't hit that time. Warriors trail by 5. Here's MP. Pass to Schroeder. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Utah.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense. You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
MP with a step. Second chance shot. Oh, Kessler with the block.
This guy is a constant threat on the defensive end. Send it back, Walker.
Jazz leading by 6. Markkanen with it, and it's Thomas picking him up. Here's Clarkson. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds now to the paint. Here's Thomas. Deflected.
That's the length of Lauri Markkanen making a difference at the defensive end.
MP right side. Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's Sensabaugh, covered by Schroeder. Markkanen from long range. Jackson Davis grabs a miss.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
What growth from Lauri Markkanen, Doris, the 2023 Most Improved Player Award winner.
Yeah, you think about it. Markkanen entered the league at just 20 years of age. You forget how young these guys are sometimes. But Markkanen finds a great situation where he's a featured part of an offense, and then he makes an all-star team.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. So both teams making some changes here. You're looking at the best in free throw shooting last year in the NBA. Stephen Curry is second. The first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Jazz up by 4, and join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Well, looking at the Warriors, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah, they look strong in that first matchup. Played with a...
Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game...
And that'll do it for us.
And we've got... Sensabaugh comes in for Lauri Markkanen, and Clarkson subbed in for George. Thomas, he's checked in for the Warriors. Schroeder comes in for Stephen Curry. And the Jazz with possession here. Back to Collins. Here's Sensabaugh, and it's good from the elbow. Sensabaugh's got 7 points.
Well, the awareness of John Collins to understand my teammate's open, let me find him.
Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Sexton runs point with Clarkson at the 2, and it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
The defense not a factor there. Very surprising he couldn't capitalize.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Down low. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kessler. Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Collier comes in for Sexton. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Draymond Green. 5 on the clock. MP, the pass to Looney. Oh, Looney with the smooth move inside.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Here's the pick. Clarkson for 3. Kuminga pulls it in. And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Warriors. The lead is 2. Utah grabs the miss. Sensabaugh's got 4 rebounds now. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pass to Collier. On the wing, Clarkson. 14 points for him.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here. Boy, what great body control you saw there, laying it up and in despite having the defense draped all over him.
Clarkson outside. Oh, with the clock running down, he nails a big shot.
Big shot taker, big shot maker.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. The Warriors on top, they lead by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. They've got Kuminga. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Brandon Podziemski. Then it's MP, and it's Looney in at the 5. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship game.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
Juzay, he's checked in for Williams. The Warriors trailing. MP shot is off.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
And we think of Clarkson often as a scorer, but there, making the unselfish pass, just great work.
Here's Thomas. MP gets it to go through contact.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Sensabaugh. 3-pointer. Podziemski grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside Kuminga. The 3 is up. Utah grabs the miss. Sensabaugh's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Juzay. Launches it. And it's MP with a rebound. Thomas has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Schroeder. Back to MP. Now here's Looney. Outside Kuminga. Back to Podziemski. Takes a 3. Knocks down the long J. Podziemski's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guy.
Well,
So it's the Warriors who come out on top here. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that'll do it, folks.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Solid effort tonight on both ends. Get ready to rumble, young blood.
Just caught MP's first.